thing called tuna sashimi? 3, 2, 1.
So there, Tuna back again. This time we're going to do a review of Aero 2 or Sonic Wings 2, as you see on the title screen here. Depending on which sort of region you play this in, it's got two different names. So this is a sequel to an arcade game. The first game came out on JAMA. It's a pretty cool game, pretty nice shoot 'em up. This one came out in 1994 on the Neo Geo. If you may recognise some of the gameplay in this game, because it's very similar to the Strikers 1945 games, that's because some of the people who made this for video systems went on to open a home game company called Psycho, and then they went on to make loads of really good arcade shooters, like you know, the Strikers 95 games and various other games. So this is quite similar in lots of ways. They did improve on this formula in later games, but this Neo Geo game is still pretty cool. So we'll chuck some credits into this. Right then, so when it starts off, you've got two buttons. It's pretty much fire and bomb, pretty simple. Right, you get 6 characters to choose from. They've all got different weapons, and they've all got a different sub-weapon and a different bomb. So we'll go the baby from Britain, old Arthur. I say when you pick the other ships, they all start on the same level, which is this one. But then the other levels, then they get it all random. Well, at least I think they're random anyway. So basically, you can fire pretty fast, but with this one, they've done it so you don't actually have to press the fire button very fast. You can just literally tap it every, I don't know, half a second, and then you got full power. Each ship does have a sub-weapon, but you need to power up the ship first before you'll be able to use it. Each ship has got a bomb. I shall use that now. This is this ship's bomb. So with the power-ups, you can get 4 power-ups altogether. I'll get a couple here now. So as soon as you get the first power-up, you'll start using the sub-weapon, which is the missiles, as you can see. And if you pick up the 4th power-up, then your firing you get like sort of better firing, but that only lasts for I don't know, maybe 20 seconds. So it doesn't last very long. So you got to keep picking up power-ups basically. I say, unlike the Psycho games, you can't hold down the fire button to do like a sub-attack, which you can do on the Strikers games, but obviously they hadn't thought of that at this point. I say that this game it plays really tight. That's the nice thing about this game. Playability-wise, it's a very tight playing shooter. It's a pretty nice shooter. The graphics are not bad. They're not fantastic. But they're reasonably detailed. There's some nice explosions, very similar to the Strikers games, funny enough. And music-wise, the soundtrack is okay. It's not great, the soundtrack, but they're pretty nice playing games. I say it's a funny story. I once actually, I don't know if you guys have ever played on the old Star Wars arcade machine, the sit-down one with the sort of funny like flight controls. I once played this on one of those Star Wars arcade machines. God knows why the arcade operator decided that putting a Neo Geo in the Star Wars sit-down cab was a good idea. It's beyond me, but it was pretty much unplayable because you could only literally turn left and right with the steering wheel type controls it's got on it, and then when you push forward and back, then it goes up and down the screen. You could get used to it, but it was pretty silly. So I used to have this on my Neo Geo CD. I did used to have a cartridge Neo Geo, but I did flog that eventually because well, the cartridges are very expensive, and I didn't have a lot of money at the time. So the CD machine was a better option for me, but shame about the loading, but I put up with that just for the fact that things were a lot cheaper. Ooh, but you do get a little bit of slowdown, which is, you know, it's not too bad. Oh, as I kill myself. Let's kill this boss. Use my bombs. I say what's cool about this game, it'll take you a while to play through each character and decide what sort of weapon systems you like. I say after 2 levels you get this little bonus level where you kill as many ships as possible and it just gives you non-stop power-ups. Which is pretty cool. I say the enemy ships and the backgrounds have got some pretty nice graphics, but it's not. They're not super animated stuff. Obviously, they're very static, the backgrounds. But I say what's pretty good about this game is the nice sort of fast gameplay and the really tight controls. And if you're a fan of the Strikers games, you know, it'd be worth you taking a look at this game. Right, so that was a bit of a crap go. So what we'll do, we'll cancel out. I'll have a go one of the other planes. Yeah, it'd be worth you giving this a go if you like a Strikers game. Just to play some of the games they did before, but it's very psycho-ish. Right, the ninja's quite fast. Let's have a go with the F-15. Oh, she's a bit faster. They did another game to this. It's the 3rd game in the series they did, and actually, Strikers 1945, I think it's the 45 plus, came out on the Neo Geo, which is a horizontal scrolling one, not a vertical scrolling one like all the other Strikers games. But the Neo Geo version's pretty good as well, and maybe in the future I'll do a review of that one. So they did come back and actually release another game on the Neo Geo, which is pretty cool. Get some good fire in. Hey, lasers. As you see, this one's got a spread fire again. Not all ships got spread fire, by the way, but she got some nice lasers as well, which is quite cool. I say you see in there with the power-up thing, it runs out after a while. Good job we don't get it by that laser. Come on. Yeah, you got him. Do like that explosion, it's very nice. Where is she going next? Ah, she's going to America as well. I don't think this game is like the Strikers, where if you collect the more power-ups you get, the better you fire in, but the harder the game actually gets. So in the Strikers games, it does sort of pay you off just to get 2 power-ups. But I don't think it works like that on the Neo Geo one, but I may be wrong. So what is nice about this game as well, it's pretty quick to play. So you could put it on, have a couple of goals on it really fast, and then sort of play something else. So it's very nice to sort of pick up quickly and play. Oh, that was silly. Do you ever see when you get bullets and they just seem like they home in on you and you can't help but just ram the bullets and die? Right, so I'm going to use my bomb on this boss, I think. This one keeps the boss in place for a while and gets rid of the bullets. That's pretty useful special. Dead. Here we go, back to the bonus stage, stage 3. Ooh. Loads of power-ups all over the place. Right, let's have a look what stage we got next. No, this stage is quite cool. It's like a jungle factory level. actually quite powerful, this plane. Getting a little bit harder now. Get that bomb. That can be useful to kill this boss. Tapping away on the button. It's quite cool, you can blow the sides off the bosses, that's quite nice. Damn. Yeah. Killed it. She was happy anyway. I can't remember exactly how many stages are on this game, but there's enough to keep you, there's enough variety to keep you going for a while. Now the difficulty's starting to ramp up, you can see. Ah, I shouldn't have gone for that power up. It was a bad move. Damn. Seen that, but I couldn't dodge it. But anyway, guys, that's Sonic Wings 2 or Aero Fighters 2 on the Neo Geo. Say, really pretty nice vertical scrolling shoot 'em up. Music's not great. Playability's really nice. Graphics are not bad. They're pretty nice in detail. Got some nice explosions. I say if you like the Strikers games, definitely give this a try because they're very similar. Seeing as some of the people who made this went on to sort of make the Strikers games anyway and open a company called Psycho. Yeah, so pretty nice game. So what am I going to give it? It's a good shoot 'em up, but it's not an amazing shoot 'em up. But it's a good fun game, so I'm going to give it 7 out of 10. It's a pretty decent game. There are better shoot 'em ups on the Neo Geo, which I will cover at some point. But hope you enjoyed the review, guys, and I'll probably catch you next week with something else.